Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing the Radeon RX 550 4GB model in Palworld. This one is the AFOX dual fan edition of the card. We are running it with the latest AMD drivers at the time of recording this video, and I am not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power Up's GPU Z. It has 512 shading units, 4 gigs of GDDR5 as I told you, and it released back in 2017. And over on the left, we're pairing it with the Ryzen 5 3600X and 16GB of RAM to avoid CPU bottlenecks. And this is at 100% because it's installing ARC at the moment. It's not going to be installing ARC when we get to the game. And speaking of, let's get to it, shall we? And here we have it, guys. It is getting really low FPS. Holy crap. Okay, so let's go over the settings first. I'm starting at 1080p resolution, but we will need to test lower resolutions as well because this is not going to be playable. And we're using the very low settings, our lowest settings in the game, because, well, yeah, it's needed. I kind of saw this coming because we tested the GT 1030 already. Oh, I have no bullets. Come on. Okay, I'll kill these bastards like this. Or I could just throw out my pal, yes, and he will kill everybody. If he's not running away from them. There we go. Good job, buddy. So I already tested the GT 1030 here, and it did pretty similar of a job to this, actually. Although, with the RX 550, I am actually in a more intensive area than I was when I tested the GT 1030, so keep that in mind, alright? Also, yeah, totally forgot, but I can use this guy over here as sort of a parachute thingy and fly around. It's really weird, actually. But yeah, you can see over here, this is where it's gonna drop the most. 18 frames per second. It's not good. I wish the game actually had like an FSR implementation that we could utilize. I think with like FSR quality this would have been playable and keeping the UI and so on at 1080p, but yeah, as it stands without any upscaling, which this game doesn't support at the moment, it's not possible, guys, unfortunately. 1080p is out of the question. Okay, I just turned it down now to 900p resolution, still using the lowest settings. I'm not gonna touch the settings, you know, just the resolution, and look at that. Now we're up to 30 frames per second, much more reasonable of an experience, and again, it's very similar to what we saw with the GT 1030, although probably if I was in the same area as the GT 1030, we would see a little bit higher FPS. It's usually the norm, you know, the 550 has aged a little bit better than the GT 1030 for sure. 5 FPS, 1% lows because, well, yeah, the 1% lows in this game are always going to be terrible. It's a UE5 title and it struggles a bit with frame time consistency, guys. It stutters every now and again, unfortunately. But hey, it's not happening that often, really, and I think it's still going to be playable. Obviously, we got enough VRAM as well with this GPU. It kind of didn't with the GT 1030, apparently, since it's using like 3.6 gigabytes at the moment. But yeah, apparently 900p is still not a very adequate resolution for this game and this GPU. Come over here, boy. No. Yeah, you go out. I want to ride. I want to fly around with you. There we go. There we go, good stuff. Alright, now we're down into like the mid-20s, high 20s, flying around, seeing a lot of vegetation from above. It's not a good experience, once again. I'm gonna stop it right there, guys. In some open areas, you can get 30 FPS at 900p. This might actually be playable to some of you, but I would probably aim for like 30 plus most of the time, at least like 95% of the time. So let's drop down the resolution again. By the way, to do this, I am setting like the Windows mode to 720p right here because I can't really change the native resolution of the game while in full screen. Okay, now I'll go to the display settings in Windows and select 720p. There we go, and now I'll go back to the game and set it to full screen again, and we're being attacked, I think. There we go. Yeah. Oh, it's Jack. Hello. How's it going? Oh, good to see you, Jack. Sun is going down. Beautiful colors of the sunset right now. Not bad, actually. Sometimes this game can look pretty-ish. It's not usually a very pretty game, especially at the lowest settings, but you know, at least you got pretty animals everywhere, and that's what matters, right? Also, we can throw things around like this meteor strikes whatever fireballs, yes, and it will drop our FPS by a little bit, but not by that much, really. It's still going to be a playable experience. It stutters way too much, though. Look at that. Oh my god! Oh my god! Was that a stutter, or is it just dropping because of all of the explosions? Let's see. Yeah, it might actually... No, I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I strongly advise you not to throw those things out like that, okay? Also, GPU usage went down by quite a bit there while those things were happening. It can't be a CPU bottleneck. This is a 3600X, right? With a 550. It's kind of the same as having a 3600X with a 1030. It's already an unrealistic pairing, right? Yeah, I guess if you are firing away your attacks, you know, from a good distance, it's gonna be all fine. But if you fire things very, very close to you, it's not gonna be fine. It's gonna drop like crazy, unfortunately. Over here, getting 40s. Not too bad. I'm actually going to slip the night off, okay? What is that? Oh, that kind of looked like a creeper in Minecraft, but no, it's just the portal thingy. Alright, just slip the night off, and we're getting 50-something FPS right here, as you can see, inside of a base. Not bad, even touching 60 FPS at times. Hello, buddy. Oh, I forgot to put you inside of my bowl. Oh, that sounds so weird, actually. Come over here. Come over here. I want to fly with you. Why aren't you coming? You know what? Come inside of my bowl. Let's go. That's so weird. Again, come on, come on. All right, there we go. There we go. I want to go to the starting island now, which is right there. So we should be able to do it. Yeah, it's right here, guys. Very close to us. Can you fly me there, buddy, without getting tired, please? I don't think so. Yep. Are you serious? All right, here it is, guys. This is where I had my previous base, right here with a beautiful view, and we're getting like 20s. Of course, I didn't really fly around with the GT 1030. That was in a very early stage of the game, so there's that. But yeah, walking around here, we're getting 30s, mid 30s, low 30s. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Once again, as we saw with the GT 1030, I think it was also getting around these FPS. Maybe a little bit higher. I'm not really sure. I'm going to go down to 480p next, okay? And I will actually play in windowed mode here because I don't know how to make the custom resolution in AMD's control center or whatever it is called. I know how to do it in NVIDIA control panel and make it full screen with 480p resolution. But here I'm just going to do windowed, and while editing, I'll adjust it to the screen so you guys can see it in full screen, okay? This is probably the resolution I'd go for in Palworld with the RX 550, because it doesn't look terrible, honestly. Even in my huge monitor, it's not that bad looking, you know. It's very shimmery, yes, but so are a lot of other games. At least this one doesn't have baked-in TAA that you can't disable, and it actually runs at native resolution, and it's sharp. Okay, it's not detailed because of the lowest settings, but at least it's sharp enough for it to be enjoyable. And you can still spot things at the distance as well. If you don't mind playing at 480p with a couple of drops into the 20s, sure, go for it. It's gonna be playable on a 550, but I mean, you probably will want to upgrade your GPU. It's about time, okay, if you want to play these newer titles. Even Palworld, which doesn't really look that amazing, you know, it struggles. For some reason, it starts stuttering and dropping FPS like crazy. I think the smoke effect is what kills the FPS the most here with the 550. Kind of weird. I wonder if the drivers have anything to do with it, because this is running the latest drivers available for the 550, but those are not the latest drivers and the most optimized ones in 2024. Unfortunately, they're like slowing down the driver support for the 500 series already. So I'll leave you with this, guys. It is a bottom of the barrel, pretty bad experience overall, but it is somewhat playable. And if you don't care about stuttering and it drops below 30 FPS every once in a while, it could be enjoyable still. All right? So that's been it for this one. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be back very soon with another one. As always, love you all. Bye-bye.